EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Arizona Cardinals. One-loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Raiders defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Looking to throw is Williams. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And they'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4. They'll go again with Genty. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A Big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to have 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Middleton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one, because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that will shorten your distance as well. There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To the air, Williams. And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Pass complete right side to Bowers. Look at the big fella go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
What is it? Touchdown!
Here's Williams. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Williams loses the football. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, you'll be able to see him have the scoop and score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Genty. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go!
Off the play fake. Middleton. That is caught downfield. It's Besh. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Oh, wide open receiver, it's Harrison. Touchdown, Cardinals! Marvin Harrison Jr., 47 yards. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Start.
Looking to throw. Middleton. And he'll be hit as he releases misses it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
From the gun on third down, Middleton. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Walter Nolan able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Second and 14. Williams looking to do it himself. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Checks it down to Jenkins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. Well, we saw plenty of throws like this on Saturdays in South Penn last year. This one results in a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
A dime look defensive way for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Working out of the gun, Williams. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10.
Press on leading. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Steady.
Up the middle they go. Fry. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
It got his man complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
What is it on? Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one is complete to Jenkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll change things up.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. But they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Williams going to look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kelly. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Caleb Williams, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Walter Nolan
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Middleton. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Walter Nolan
drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A give up the middle, Judkins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Looking to throw. Williams.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll give it to Judkins.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On the toss, Judkins.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 8 yards out.
And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 14.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw. Middleton. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
Hold it ready.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a pickup of 12 yards. Brings up 3rd.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Back to throw again.
Working downfield, he's got Thornton.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19, 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. But he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
On his own read, this is Judkins.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
At the 36-yard line.
To the air, Williams.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is all.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw, Williams. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. They kind of.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a he said my life's a bore. Joke with my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes